Okay, welcome back to the channel. We appreciate you guys stopping by and checking us out. If you want to see the posing routine, that is the last 2.5 minutes of the video. So if you want to fast forward to that just to watch that, you can. And if you want to hang out and check out the rest of the video, you're more than welcome to. In this video, we are going to be talking about how it has to become harder. It cannot stay the same. So what I mean by that is, when you're training, when you first start, getting up and moving will be enough to see change in your body. Going to the gym and lifting weights to an extent will be enough to see a change in your body. Making simple adjustments to your diet will be enough to see a change. Like, for instance, if you cut out soda, you'll start to lose weight if you drink a lot of soda. But after a while, you're going to stop seeing results from that. And then you have to tighten up on the food choices that you're making. And then as you start to lose weight from that, eventually your body's going to plateau and become familiar with it. So then you're going to have to start controlling what you eat more like detailed. And then as you become leaner from that, you're going to have to start getting more like of a regimen of a diet and a diet plan that's more structured. As far as it goes for training, as you start to move, when you're not used to moving, any movement is better than nothing, like going on a simple walk. But eventually that simple walk will not be good enough to keep producing results. So you're going to have to add in a longer walk or a harder walk or more cardio or working out or weightlifting. Also, on top of that, as you become better at working out, when you first get in the gym, you could do one set, you could do 3 exercises and one set of each exercise and become sore. But after about 2 or 3 weeks, you will no longer become sore and that will no longer produce results. So then you're going to have to add in a second set and then a third set, and you have to go up in reps, you have to go up in weight. As you become better, it has to become harder. It will never become easy. As you become leaner, your hunger will get worse. As you become stronger, your strength gains will become harder. As you become bigger, the amount of food you have to eat becomes more, and it becomes harder to eat that amount of food. As you become more in shape to where you're trying to get, the more in tuned you have to become. Just like, for instance, if you're bench pressing 135 pounds and that's hard, and you get to 10 reps, if you continuously just do 10 reps, you will no longer progress past that. But if you push past that 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th rep, eventually that 135 will become lighter and lighter. And then you can move up to 155. And then whenever you start doing 155 for sets of 6 or 7 or 8, and you push that until you start getting reps of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 reps, 135 becomes lighter. And then as 155 becomes lighter, you push your way up to 185. And as you start lifting 185, it's extremely heavy, just like 135 was. But now 135 is lighter. So as you became better, it had to become harder, because 185 will feel like 135 did in the beginning. But eventually 185, it's going to feel like 135. And then as you move into that 225 bench press, that will become hard and difficult. But as you become better at that, it will feel lighter. And if you stay at that bench press and you never do nothing to make it more difficult, you will never get better. Your results will come when you start pushing yourself past the point of comfortability to become uncomfortable. Now, with that being said, you cannot continuously increase weight and reps on everything you do. It's impossible. There's just no way to do it. But there is a way to get around that by making your workout difficult, by pausing your reps, squeezing your reps, slowing your reps down, controlling it, doing supersets, drop sets, negatives. All these are ways to make the same weight feel way more difficult and harder to achieve the same amount of reps, or push past the amount of reps that you get stuck at normally, making it harder. And the harder you train and the harder it becomes, the better you are getting. And the easier it becomes, the harder you have to make it. That's for your diet and for your training. There is no easy day. The only easy day was yesterday, because as you become better from today, tomorrow must become more difficult.
Yeah, and right now, like I feel like I'm pretty fortunate that I'm still in that like the newbie results kind of phase of like the working out and everything, to where I still get to see like some pretty large results in a quick amount of time, but it is going to become like more difficult as time continues on, to where, like you're saying, the intensity and everything, like the amount of effort being put in, will have to increase to keep seeing just sort of any sort of results. Like if I just stay exactly where I'm at and don't change anything, like my body and everything, it's going to level out at some point, and it's going to kind of agree with itself and be like, okay, like I can survive right here if I don't change anything else, sort of. And once I hit that point, if I don't make that decision, okay, like I need to increase something. I need to increase either the cardio or the exercise or change the diet some, or just whatever it might be. Like I'm gonna be stuck in that same spot. Like I just like, which is like the plateau that everybody kind of talks about and stuff. So like if you're not gonna be willing to be flexible and make those kind of changes when that time comes, like, and you're gonna get frustrated and be like, oh, I hit a wall, I hit a plateau, and say like, I've done everything. It's like what, like have you really done everything? Like have you gone and made the changes, or are you just saying like you've done everything to get where you're at and you're not willing to make like another sacrifice to continue on, kind of thing?
That's a valid point. So as you start to get better, you can look at it like sacrifices, right? Like, okay, I'm going to have to sacrifice eating pizza for a time being. I'm going to have to sacrifice some of my free time for the gym and everything like that. You're going to have to give something up in order to obtain something you don't have. That's just the way it goes, right? That's just the way life is. But, and I like what you said about like, okay, you know, I push myself, I diet, I do everything I can, but I'm not seeing any results. And I hit a plateau. But it's like, okay, you really need to ask yourself, if you get to that point in your training and you've hit a hard plateau, whether you can't lose weight or you can't gain weight or you can't get stronger, it comes down to a serious sit down question. You really need to analyze your nutrition. Is your nutrition 100% where it needs to be? If it's not, where can you tighten it up and where can you make it better? Is your sleep where it needs to be? If not, where can you tighten it up and how can you make it better? Is your hydration where it needs to be? Are you getting all your electrolytes and fluid? If it's not, where can you tighten it up and make it better? Is your training programmed to what you need? And if it is, are you really pushing yourself to where you need to be? Like for instance, a lot of people stop shy of failure, which is fine, but then you have the group of people where it's like, well, I got maybe 2 left in the tank and I'm going to stop right there, which is, you know, that's completely and utterly like good to do. Like there's nothing wrong with that. That's a very good way to train, stopping 1 to 2 reps shy of failure, even 3 reps shy of failure. But when people pick a weight and they're capable of doing it for 20 reps and they do 12 and they're like, that's good. And I don't mean for your warm-ups. Obviously, when you're doing your warm-ups, you can do way more reps with your warm-up. Like if you're doing, let's say, V-bar press down, and you're going to be working up to 150 pounds for 20 reps, and you're warming up with 50 pounds. Obviously, you're not going to sit there and continuously do reps until you can't do reps no more. You're going to be there all day. But if you do like a set of 12, a set of 12, a set of 12, warming up to your top weight, then you get to your top weight, and then you only do 12, but you're capable of doing 22, well, you just robbed yourself of results. And I don't mean you have to go to failure, but you need to push like hell to get close to it. And that's where your next like personal record or your next results are going to be, right? It's not going to be by halfway pressing the throttle and be like, well, you know, I'm in here. Like, I hate to do this to my mom, but I'm going to put her on blast right here. So my mom is one of those people that's like, I can't lose weight. I can't lose weight. I can't lose weight. But then she's also the type of person to wake up when everyone else is asleep and then go eat some cookies in the pantry or go drink a couple glasses of milk and eat some ice cream. And then she's like, I'm doing everything I can in front of everybody. But then whenever everyone leaves and the doors are closed and no one can see me, that's where I start messing up, right? And I know because whenever I was younger, I lived with my mom. I watched her do this over and over and over and over again. And it's one of those things where it's like, well, I can't lose weight. I try everything but dieting and I try everything but working out and I can't lose weight. I don't know why I'm not losing weight, but I'm trying everything but working out and dieting. I took all the pills. I took all the supplements. I imagined how bad I wanted it really, really bad, but I'm still not getting results. So that's one of those things. It's like, you're not truly applying yourself past the point of comfortability. Once you get over the point of being comfortable and you learn to be uncomfortable, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Cardio is uncomfortable when you do it at a level that will cause you to raise your heart rate. Working out is uncomfortable when you do it at a point where your muscles are on fire and they're burning and everything in you screaming to stop, but you keep pushing. Dieting is uncomfortable when you're hungry and you want to just eat something, but you don't. Dieting for weight gain and strength gains is uncomfortable whenever you're already full and you don't want to eat, but you have to keep eating to get your calories up, to get your strength up. These are not fun things to do that are comfortable. You have to push past the point of comfortability in order to start seeing your results continuing to get out of your plateau. It's just the way it is. I've helped train a lot of people, and I've helped a lot of morbidly obese, 300, 350, 400-pound people, morbidly obese. I'm talking about there's some women that were 5'2" at 330 pounds that I helped lose weight. And I'd help them get down to like 250, 240. And then all of a sudden they hit a wall. They stopped losing weight. Then I ask them, what are you eating? I'm not. What are you eating? I'm not. How much cardio are you doing? I am. Okay, but what are you doing that's not on your diet or your workout plan? I'm doing everything. And then fast forward 3, 4, 5 weeks later, after seeing zero results, if not going backwards, I finally get it out of them. And they're like, yeah, I haven't been doing the diet. I'll get maybe 2 or 3 meals in, and then I just eat whatever I want. Or I stopped doing cardio, and then I started eating dinner with my mom and dad, or with my boyfriend, or whatever, or my girlfriend, or whatever it may be. They started backsliding, and they stopped seeing results because they saw some and they got pleased with it. But the amount of suffering that came along with it wasn't worth it to keep pushing to get to their original goal. And they weren't comfortable with being uncomfortable, and they broke. And there's nothing wrong with breaking and backsliding for a week or 2 or 3 weeks if you need that break and you just have nothing left and you need like a reset. That's fine. But the problem is most people that do this, once they go through that point of uncomfortability and they get comfort, it's so hard to going back to being uncomfortable. It's like going outside in the cold from a warm house. When you go outside in the cold, it's so uncomfortable and it almost hurts. Then you go inside and you get warm. The last thing you want to do is go right back outside and get cold all over again. But once you're out in the cold for a while, you don't even feel it no more. You don't even notice it. It's just something that's there. It's the same concept for being uncomfortable with doing certain things to get results. You have to push past that point of being uncomfortable with it and become comfortable. And it's a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, I'm an absolute testament to that. Like, that's why for the many times we have worked out before, I end up taking some sort of break for a little bit. And I'm like, it's just going to be a little bit or whatever kind of thing. And then, a day turns into, a week turns into 2 weeks, 2 weeks turns into a month turns into a year turns into a couple of years, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. Start on Monday, but Monday just never really rolls around, kind of thing. So like, yeah, but it is one of those things.
I want to mention something about that Monday thing. Don't lose your train of thought. But this is how everybody goes for their diet. I'm gonna start dieting on Monday. The Monday comes and they're okay. The Tuesday hits, they're hungry. Wednesday goes, they're like, man, why am I even doing this? I'm hungry and tired and irritated. Thursday, they start messing up. Friday, they completely fall off. Saturday, Sunday, they go, you know what? I'm going to enjoy this weekend and I'm going to restart on Monday. Then they gorge themselves on Saturday and Sunday to make up for the fact that they're not going to be able to eat what they want anymore when they start their diet. And then come Monday, they repeat this. And then next week, they repeat it. And then again and again and again and again. I've seen this so many times from so many people that always want to start on a Monday. And I always try to encourage people, if you want to start a diet, start it on a Friday, not a Monday. Because if you can make that first weekend, the rest of the week is easy.
Yeah, for sure. And like I was saying, with me, like I've always kind of looked at it as like, I'm going to start kind of thing. But then when I actually do get around to starting, and I get that first weekend of working out and doing everything and get back to it, like it has an effect, like a better feel, like overall. Like I kind of look at it after the fact and be like, dude, why did I wait so long? Like I actually don't mind. I enjoy doing this or whatever. I enjoy like the structure of it kind of a lot when I actually get back to doing it again. So it's one of those things of like, if you're going to have trouble starting, it's going to be troublesome, yes. But once you get in there and you start and you kind of get your routine going, you get your structure kind of like laid out and like working with it, it becomes a lot easier. And for me, like it's always been something that when I finally get to that point again, I look back at it and go, you know what? I shouldn't have waited so long, because once I'm in here and once I'm going again, I actually really enjoy the whole like process of everything.
Well, also too, so to kind of capitalize on that topic right there, you were actually saying the other day, if not yesterday, if I remember, that you're feeling the effects of dieting for 10 weeks straight. Like you're starting to feel fatigue, exhaustion, your body's tired, you're tired, no matter how much sleep you get, you just always feel like you're just in a fatigue state right now because you're not used to running on such low calories. And this is a part of that that uncomfortable part of the process. Like and you're going through it right now. And it's something that you have to go through and you're experiencing it, but you have a deload coming up. So looking forward to that, would you say that's mentally beneficial, or are you afraid that that's gonna make you want to recess back to how you used to be and make it harder to come back to training full force?
Like it might be a little difficult to like kind of balance it out, but even during that week, I still plan to eat my regular meals. Maybe not all of them like I do on a regular basis, but I still plan to cook meals and keep up with that. And then throughout the day, I still would like plan to go on a walk, maybe even do like some Stairmaster stuff, things like that, just to kind of keep something kind of going. I not just be completely away from everything, but the rest is going to be beneficial overall, just because like I have kind of broken myself down over the weeks so far. And so getting that little bit of rest is going to be nice, but I'm still going to keep an attitude of I need to get back in there because I'm not where I want to be yet. Like I still have a lot left that I want to change and take care of. So I got to stay more focused on that rather than just kind of taking what I have gotten already and being like, yeah, you know, this is good or whatever. Like, let me just run with this and stuff. So as long as I can keep a thought process of like, I'm not done yet. Like there's still a lot more that I need to do to get to where I'm at a better place overall with everything. So like even with the deload week coming up, I'm still looking forward to after the deload week, getting back in there and being able to push again for another 12 weeks or whatever it might be, and see what accomplishments I can make from that news cycle kind of thing.
Yeah, so for me, whenever I have a deload come up, I start to get 50-50 emotions about it. Like I'm excited about it, but also I'm weary about it. But the problem with me is when I take a deload week is I get irritated, aggravated, I get short-tempered, I get restless. I have to have something to do. I'm the type of person where I always have to have something to do. If I don't, my irritation goes up just because like I'm an active person. So like I start getting irritable. Don't get me wrong. I don't mistake that for like I become mean or violent or angry. I just start getting restless. It's like I just need something to do. I need something to do, man. I burn my aggression, my energy, and all of everything I have left in the tank. I put it into the gym. So I'm just cool, calm, and mellow. I have to stay in a constant state of beat down because if I don't, I get too high sprung, then I get these wild hair ideas where I'm just like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to remodel the kitchen, right? I get these crazy ideas where I start going above and beyond and I start doing things that require either way too much money or way too much manpower. And I take these projects on myself because I need a project. So whenever I turn that project towards me, then I'm okay. So like it's one of those things like I know who I'm going to turn into the second I go on that deload week and the third day rolls around. I'm going to be looking for something to do and I'm going to be driving my wife crazy. She's just going to be like, oh my God, just go work out. Stop. Just, oh my God, don't even start that project because you're not going to have time to finish it. Stop. So I know what's already coming. But I think that's going to be it for me on this one. Is there anything else you want to add to it?
Yeah, for me, like the deload week, it comes during the World Series, so I'll have something to do during that time.
Well, yeah, our deload week is also Halloween week, so I'll be able to hang out with my kids and take them trick or treating, and then I'm gonna be able to spend some time with my wife because she's off during the week. She's off during one of the days of the week, so I'll be able to hang out with her on that. So there's some benefits coming to it as well, but the rest of the time I'm just gonna be like, what do I do with my time, man? But anyway, so like I said, that's it for me. Is that it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey guys, thank you for watching. We really appreciate y'all stopping by and checking us out. If you made it this far in the video, we really appreciate it. If you would leave a like, we'd also appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and you're watching our videos regularly, we'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. If you don't want to like it and you don't want to subscribe to it, it's as simple as don't do it. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Catch you later.